Hey guys, good afternoon. It's Tony. Before I start the video, I do want to say please like, subscribe, and comment. If you want to join the Patreon, you can go to patreon.com/but I'm not a trader. I got a request. I figured I might as well just do a video. I got you, bro. So Ted requested Carvana, Roblox, REGN, and Square. So let's look at Carvana first. I wanted to see if we actually had anything CVNA. I think it's CVNA, right? Yeah. Let's look at Carvana. And I think what he said is he wanted to look for specifically for the long term, right? As far as where this can possibly head to. And I think I already had, I think I had a short term play here, like back here. I'm pretty sure I had it right here from 100 to 120. And this was probably an easy long for me. I didn't take it because I probably didn't see it, but I was on probably a different position. But yeah, I would have easily taken this here at 102. Target at like 117 and then probably 123. Yeah, this would have been an easy long for me June 5th, right? But the focus for this video really is for the longer term, right? As far as long term goes, I generally only try to long on the monthly bull triggers, right? And that's very, very, I don't want to say rare, but the monthly triggers very rarely happen. I'd say they'd happen, like for example, Carvana's been live for, how long has Carvana been live for? Since 2017. So that is what, 7 years now? And this is the first time it actually gave a trigger, right? And not necessarily the first time, but it is the first time, but I would have not longed till like $10, right? Back in 2023, back in February. So if I was going to add Carvana to my long term, I would have not longed this till I had some sort of break at the open, right? And again, I would have probably longed here at like $10. Somewhere between this range of $10 and like $13, right? I would have longed right here. This would have been your perfect spot. You would have been up 13x since May of 2023 last year. So in 1 year, right, using my indicators, right, you would have been up 13x. Do I think it's gonna still go up? I don't know actually, right? For Carvana is a little bit funky. I think as far as Carvana goes, you have to really like the stock, right? And again, the first thing is always like I like to look at the financials, right? And as far as like actual retracements, I think you can probably go a little bit higher to 190. But I think after 190, it's kind of like I'd say for right now, if you want to do long term, I'd expect 136, probably a push to max like 219, right? So I definitely think there's a lot of wiggle room to the upside. Let me check the 3 month, right? The 3 month just closed. I would definitely say it's a good idea to long. If you would have longed on the 3 month, you would have longed around like $42. But it really comes down to like their actual financials, right? So when you're actually looking at the long term, right? Carvana did really well. 134, 13%, negative, positive, negative, negative, positive, positive, negative, 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 negative. The longer term, right, I would really recommend you only long at the monthly and the 3 month. Would I be comfortable longing here? I'd say maybe a little bit. If you were looking at adding like $100, I'd probably do like $50, just because you can probably push a little bit and then come right back down. I personally don't know too much about Carvana or what the actual like fundamentals are, right? Like what their earnings look like. But as far as my entries for Carvana, I think it's kind of late, right? As far as perfect entries, because this should have been along at $45, or you should have used the monthly, right? And as soon as you closed above like the bear open right here, I would have been long at like $10. I would have been long at $10. And honestly, a 13x in like less than a year is pretty effing ridiculous, right? If you're just focused on the long term. So Carvana, I'd say if you believe in the company, it's definitely a good addition to the long term. Personally, I wouldn't add any, and if I did have any money, I'd probably be like half the position, right? So that's my opinion on Carvana, just because the triggers already kind of gave out, and I would not see a big upside to Carvana. The next one is Roblox. Let's see what Roblox. I actually think Roblox is a great addition right now. You're gonna be closing the monthly trigger right above, right? Let's get rid of this, right? Essentially what's going on right now, let's go with the 3 month. The 3 month, yeah, 3 month is barely starting to tick up. So I would definitely say Roblox is a great addition right here. Do we have any kind of You're basically, yeah, this is a pretty easy grab in my opinion. Would make sense. That makes sense. Yeah. Let me see what makes sense here. Up here, a little bit lower. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I think Roblox is a perfect grab. Long term, I do think Roblox is a really good idea. Even right now, you're going to be closing a monthly trigger in 16 days. Your perfect add-in, right, would have been right here, back at the retest of 30 bucks. But even at 40, I think right now you're looking at a nice long-term purchase to like maybe 53, possibly 76, and maybe a push up here to like 131 after you start breaking some channels, right? So again, you just clone the channel, throw it up right here. See, again, almost perfect. Run it again, and I can guarantee you that high is at midpoint, right? Or almost at mid. There you go. See? Right at midpoint of the channel. So very, very, very easy addition to Roblox here. I think you're easily gonna hit that 53. If you break that relative high here and go to like maybe 55, easily you're gonna see 75. So Roblox addition to the long term right here, I think is a no-brainer. Right? You're looking at a run to 30% gain. 86% gain top of channel, and then if it does go to back all-time highs, you're looking at a 230% gain. So yeah, I think Roblox, I would use the money that you're probably going to go into Carvana, throw it all into Roblox. I'm almost done, mama. Let me see, REGN. And again, I'm really just trying to push these through, like, you know, to run through these quickly. REGN. No idea what REGN does, but I always like my uptrends. I personally don't think that there's any reason for this to not keep going up, right? You could go down, sideways, whatever. But when you have really nice pushes like this, especially for the last, 20 years almost, right? I definitely think that you're gonna keep going up. So just on the long-term chart itself, I don't need to do any TA. I don't gotta do anything. REGN, I definitely think is a good idea, or like a good addition to the long-term, right? I don't even gotta do any TA like that. Square is at a Square is actually kind of funky. You've really been trading sideways. I mean, I guess you can run. This is your range here, right? Really, I mean, I'll probably do this. That's your range right there. You've really just been trading sideways, right? You've been doing nothing but trading sideways right here. As far as like additions to the upside, right? If you're gonna be holding this long term, right, then I'd say yes. I mean, I'd say you probably have a really good chance of going back to 87 bucks, right? And if you hit 87 bucks, I mean, where's your next? Can I clone this actually? Will this work the same way? Yeah, it looks like it would work the same way. That's actually pretty funny. I never tried cloning it. Never tried cloning the ranges. That's weird. Clone the ranges. Yeah, 50% retrace. Let's clone it again. Clone again. 50%. Let's clone it again. Man, if that hits the high, that's gonna be super funny, bro. Look at that. That's super funny. It's basically all just range trading on Square. So yeah, I would definitely see, especially because you have a lot of support here. It does look like you have an inverse head and shoulders. So I definitely long Square just on like really quick range, like, and where it's at and where it's held at support, right? It's been holding 64 relatively well. It's already on that weekly trigger, right? The 2 week is about to close or it just closed. Yeah, I long this for sure. I think it has like a 90% chance of going to 87 bucks. I think it has maybe like a 60-70% chance it goes to 111 and like 130. So a quick 100% on this, I would not be surprised to see Square in the next like 3 months at 111, possibly 135. So I think every single one of these tickers, bro, is perfect except for Carvana. I would probably not waste your money on Carvana, and then just, again, you're doing this longer term. The other ones right now are looking like perfect entries, so there's no reason for you to not add to your long-term portfolio. So I hope this helps, bro. I'll see you guys later. If you guys have any more requests, let me know. Bye-bye.